Top 10 Completed Romance Manhwa of 2023. Number 10. A Bittersweet Couple. A man who had been disgraced throughout his school days appeared after 10 years and proposed a deal to Subin, who was busy refusing many blind dates with difficult conditions to refuse. The plot in this manhwa is twisted. The setup and the atmosphere between the couple is kinda complicated because of their personality. The continuous bickering could make you grinning while reading because most of the time the scenes ends up sweet somehow, while the romance between them is something to look forward to. I'm sure you also enjoy this like I do. Number 9. I was tricked into this fake marriage. After the Delphi's empire unifies all kingdom with brutal subjugation, all the noblemen who stood up to the empire had to relinquish their titles. As her father's only child, Lairine Ephron becomes a countess overnight, but to secure her family's title and estate, legally she must be wed. She enlists in the famous Nine-Night Guild to find a man of lower rank to keep the empires at bay. They deliver as requested, but things don't completely seem as advertised. The art is totally gorgeous. This will definitely keep you hooked and the flow of the story is just right. The female lead is cute and beautiful while the male lead is hot but a red flag in the first few chapters, but don't worry, he'll turn into green flag soon. Number 8. I stole the male lead's first night. Due to a mistake one night, I became the target of the most obsessive man and a villainess. After possessing Ripley, a baron's daughter and an extra in the novel, I become the female lead. Since this is the case, I will try to enjoy the riches and luxuries of a nobleman that I couldn't experience in my past life. I can remember up to drinking alone in a corner at a party, but I woke up the next day in the male lead's bed. Ripley became the target of the villainess after the male lead's remark that she should be responsible for spending their first night together. Knowing the fate of the female lead, Ripley tries to get rid of the male lead by causing trouble, not washing, and all sorts of things. Nevertheless, the male lead's unwavering single-minded heart begins to shake. The story begins in something so predictable to someone who reads a lot of romance manhwa, but the humor and the type of art in this manhwa is pretty nice to read. I don't think you will drop it immediately. There's still so many reasons to read this masterpiece. The female lead's personality is funny and hilarious while the male lead is handsome with a golden spoon. Being the duke of the country, of course. Things been upside down in the story and I'm sure you'll be delighted in reading this manhwa. Number 7. Give me a flower and I'll give you all of me. Haewon works at Ulaanbaatar National Museum in Mongolia. After suddenly receiving a diagnosis for a terminal brain tumor, she becomes determined to live out one ambition, last dream before she dies: to discover a flower that has yet to be found in the world. In pursuit of this dream, she heads off to Gurvan-Saikan, but her medical diagnosis ends up being false, and Haewon, complete oblivious, continues her journey until she collapses from a severe flu. When she comes to an unfamiliar girl, a traditional nomadic house in Mongolia, she is greeted by a complete handsome stranger, Unsong. Exhausted by the conflict over who will inherit his father's company, Unsong is determined to live his own life, escaping far away to Mongolian plains with just his dog Roy. Two people who find each other in the midst of vast plain. Can both of them fulfill their own dreams in their unfamiliar, barren foreign land? One woman who came to burn the last embers of her life, and one man who came to live life freely after becoming exhausted of his own. A turbulent romance between two youths who now stand together at the end of their lives. This is one of my favorite modern romance manhwa. The characters had their own circumstances which leads them in meeting each others eventually. The romance is sweet and not cliché at all. The male lead's reaction is really adorable while the female lead is really likable. I highly recommend this one for a K-drama adaptation. Number 6. I Raised the Beast Well. Blondina is living a real-life Cinderella story. After growing up poor and enduring a difficult childhood, she discovers that she is a princess of Ates Empire. However, her estranged father and half-sibling give her the cold shoulder when she moves into the palace, and Blondina must keep a low profile. That all changes when she befriends Amon, a cat-like creature with mysterious intentions. For years, creatures like Amon and humans have struggled to live in harmony. Can Blondina and Amon's friendship bring peace, or will it deepen the rift between their people? The story is interesting in its own way. The art is average, but the story is unique. The female lead went through hardship since childhood, but her father or stepbrother and sisters don't seem to like her. She struggles to have a place in her new family, but everything changed after she meets our male lead. Number 5. I pick up the second male lead after the ending. I transmigrated inside the novel of my favorite character, the second male lead. A tsundere who listened to all of the words of the female leads while grunting, with a straightforward personality and a handsome face. Matching all my preferences, he was even single after the ending. Nice! I'll pick up the second male lead. However, I overlooked one thing. The tsundere, who had been abandoned by the female leads, blackened and had become a terrifying man. Get lost! Is it safe for me to pick up the second male lead? This is a transmigration manhwa, but it focuses to the second male lead of the original story, which are female lead's favorite character. I love the female lead's stubbornness that leads to our male lead's heart. Number 4. Take care of me in my 19th life as well. Ji Ban has an extraordinary ability. She can remember the memories of all of her past lives. After her previous life is cut short by a tragic accident, she set out to reconnect with the people of her past life in her current one. Will memories of her 18th life sabotage the romance in her 19th? Or will love endure across different lives? If we are talking about modern reincarnation romance manhwa, this is my number 1. I'm so fascinated with the flow of the story and the female lead's personality. Kudos to the artist and the author of this manhwa. Number 3. A business proposal. Harry made a deal. Go on one blind date for her BFF and pretend to be a super vixen to end all of her unwanted marriage setups. Unfortunately, instead of easy money, Harry got a headache. Her date is Temu, her company's hot new CEO, and he got his own plans to get his family to back off by marrying whoever shows up on the date. Should Harry accept his proposal to keep playing pretend? Nothing could go wrong with lying about your identity while dating the boss, right? Yup, you might already heard this one if you're also a fan of K-dramas, because it already had its adaptation. The K-drama adaptation is really good, but I recommend that you should still read the manhwa version because it has different vibes. And the art is wonderful. Number 2. Positively Yours. If you also like romance manhwa that start in a one-night stand, then you better give this one a try. I love this one because for me, it's close to reality and common family issues nowadays. To Hewa's dismay, the BFF she crushed on and her other BFF are now dating. Seriously bummed, Hewan decides to go wild just one time and find solace with a handsome stranger. A very satisfying one-night affair has now turned into more. She's pregnant. Fate brings them together again, and now the regiment Dojun is determined to do the right thing and marry her. But they're basically strangers, except their bodies had been very intimately acquainted. What's this mother to be do? Number 1. Daytime Star. A struggling no-name actress of 7 years, Yura Wang. She barely lands a minor role in a movie that's bound to be a success. A celebrity, So Young Kang keeps running into Yura, who always seems to be shedding tears every time he comes across her. As these two reunites in the new movie, Time, will Yura finally seize the moment to make her name known? And will Song Young figure out why he can get Yura out of his mind? Only time will tell. This is not your usual fan and idol falling in love to each other. There is something more amazing in this manhwa that I can't describe. Maybe the excellent art made a huge impact to readers or the personality of the main characters. Overall, this manhwa will never disappoint you and will keep you wanting for more. And that's the end of our list. Hope this list satisfies your romance craving. Let me know if you found the new manhwa to be intrigued. Any requests, don't hesitate to leave it down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe to make us motivated in making more recommendations. As always, thank you so much in reaching the end of this video. Let's enjoy reading more manhwa and see you on our next video. Bye-bye!